Good evening and thank you so much for joining us tonight on BeeTv Major News at 6. Reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital, Nigeria. My name is Oluwatoyin Oyedola. Before we get into the news, let's quickly take a look at the highlights.
We not go green. We not go green. We not go green. I say we not go green. We not go green.
You go pay welfare from Ring Road. When you go to Ajib Junction, you also pay welfare. When you get to Owabogo Junction along Saple Road, you also pay welfare.
The only money I want you people to be paying is the money of the government. The money for Olaye, we will not pay again.
And many of these things are attributable to the great development that former Senator Adams Oshomole did in that senatorial when he was governor. So the people have been very appreciative to him ever since. And so his winning of those 6 local governments cannot be a surprise.
The president actually gave an order to all his ministers to go out there to speak about the activities of his government.
We are used to the road. Each time we are close to the mouth, we know how to manipulate from the mouth so that we will not punch our tire.
Commercial drivers under the umbrella body of Professional Drivers on Wheels have raised a concern over alleged extortion by Union Task Force in Benin Metropolis, particularly the Obakawaye Park, popularly known as Central Park. BeeTv News Oluwarotimi Oguniyi reports that the drivers in their numbers took their frustrations to the head office of the association, where they laid their complaints to the president, Comrade Adams Ehi, aka Shaba. The report is presented by Best Orator.
We the drivers. We not go green. We not go green. We not go green. I say we not go green. We not go green.
On Wednesday, some members of the Professional Drivers on Wheels staged a peaceful protest to the association headquarters office located at Siloko Road in Benin City, alleging extortion by some transportation task force officials. The drivers claimed that the officials collect unauthorized fees deviating from the approved government levy of 800 naira daily. Speaking with BeeTv News, some of the drivers lamented the outrageous amount they pay for ticketing in a day, saying the officials collect more than the initial approved amount meant to be paid. They said the fear of intimidation has always made them pay the illegal fees because they need to put food on their table. The drivers said they are fed up as they can no longer cope with the intimidation and unwarranted levies.
You see all my ticket now, see ticket full here, where they buy for Central Park. After all these tickets, so where they buy so every day now this ticket for this minibus is 1,200 now they collect for Central Park. If I see come on for a year ago, there was I'll see pay another money. Another one see the way they collect for Central Park when they say 600. Now POS they collect that one with 200. Then we they pay.
The history of drivers for this state. I never experienced when they pay welfare like 4 places. You go pay welfare from Ring Road. When you go to Ajib Junction, you also pay welfare. When you get to Owabogo Junction along Saple Road, you also pay welfare. When you go to bypass, you will also pay welfare. When you go to Oge Junction after the bypass by Saple Road, you also pay welfare. All those things not they happen before.
One go come, he say na Kakudi. This one come, he say Kakudi money na 2,000, 1,500. Dogo face, go see come, he will say money na 3,000 for only one person. So I can calculate all those money now, it was too much, almost 50,000 plus 1,600 now. We don't defeat the rest.
They, however, acknowledged the efforts of the national president of the Professional Drivers on Wheel, Comrade Adams Ehi, also known as Shaba, and commended his efforts towards the welfare of commercial drivers. They expressed excitement for the election of Senator Mondi Okpebholo as the next governor, with the hope that he will find a lasting solution to their plight once he's sworn in.
So I beg our new government may come so may make this easy for us, because the one move pass it hard for us.
We not feel happy say the government change, and the government change not only change for the only good of Edo State, e only change for the good of bus driver in Edo State.
We don't thank God now say another government don't come. May this government will come so may it try, may make this easy for us who will be driver for this state.
Responding to the drivers, the National President, Professional Drivers on Wheel, Comrade Adams Ehi, Elias Shaba, and the Secretary of the Association, Mr. George Atieme, assured the drivers of an end to illegal payments of levies, as they believe the incoming government of APC will prioritize the welfare of drivers in the state. He reiterated that drivers are to only pay the sum of 800 naira daily, which is the government official levy for tickets.
The only money I want you people to be paying is the money of the government. The money for Olaye, we will not pay again. Money for Austin Vibut, the killer of our policemen, we will not pay again. Money for the disband driver welfare that was disbanded by the former governor of Edo, Comrade Adams Aliu Oshomole, we will not pay that money again. That the only money I approve my driver to be paid, they should pay revenue for the government. And when I got to understand that the revenue of the government, the ticket daily is 1,600 naira.
For this our office here, Professional Drivers on Wheel, our duty is to protect drivers, just as our president on first talk am, and we shall continue to protect the drivers. So this complaint or query when they bring now, definitely this office, this our office, this body, we go solve them.
Also, Comrade Shaba debunked allegation on social media that the Professional Driver on Wheel is collecting illegal fee from drivers, describing it as a blatant lie. He said what he has only done was to fight for the right of the drivers and free them from oppression. He said the incoming APC government will abolish unlawful task force officials known as Agbero.
The drivers on Wheel, we are not collecting any money, and the drivers on Wheel did not fight any agent, government agent. It is only the revenue of the government the driver will be paying. Is that not what I said here? And I'm saying it again. I am saying it again that from now till the level that Okperolo will be swearing, the driver will not buy any ticket more than this one. In our APC government, Agbero is going to be cancelled. We don't need Agbero.
Comrade Adams said members of the Professional Drivers on Wheel is committed to ensuring the welfare of our drivers and ensure they are free from oppression and intimidation. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
A former governorship candidate in Edo State and former Secretary to State Government, Pastor Saige Izeyamu, has congratulated the Governor-elect of Edo State, Senator Monday Okwebulu, and Deputy Governor-elect, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, on the occasion of their victory in the Edo State governorship election held last week Saturday. BeeTv News Best Orator reports that Pastor Osaige Izeyamu said the resounding victory of the APC shows Edo people's rejection of Governor Gordon Obaseki and the PDP. The report is presented by Best Orator.
That Okwebola Monday of APC, having satisfied the requirement of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
Pastor Osaige Izeyamu, a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress and 2020 candidate of the party, while congratulating the governor-elect of
in Edo North. That should not surprise anyone, because that has always been the strongest base of the APC. In the last presidential election, APC swept that senatorial, and we also produced the senator. We produced the House of Rep members. And many of these things are attributable to the great development that former Senator Adams Oshomole did in that senatorial when he was governor. So the people have been very appreciative to him ever since. And so his winning of those 6 local governments cannot be a surprise.
Pastor Saige Ezeyamu added that the PDP is the architect of their own misfortune and failure at the poll, particularly for allowing a sitting Deputy Governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Kamre Filishoaibu, a former Speaker of Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Kabiru Ajoto, and other leaders who hails from Edo North to dump the PDP to join the APC, stating that their actions boosted the strength and chances of the APC in Edo North. Osaige Ezeyamu said in Edo Central, even though the candidate of the APC, Senator Monday Okpebholo, and that of the PDP, Dr. Aswen Ighodalo, hails from Edo Central, he acknowledged that in Esan West local government, where the APC won, was clear that the people were bitter against Governor Godwin Obaseki and the PDP due to the unbearable condition that staff and students of Bruce Ali University, Ekpoma, have endured under the Obaseki's administration. Ezeyamu said he was surprised that PDP still raised an eyebrow against INEC despite winning 3 local government areas in Edo Central Senatorial District.
PDP did not manage their house. To have lost a sitting deputy governor, who is also from Edo North, Comrade Philip Shaibu, added to the strength of the APC. To have lost a former speaker, Honorable Ajoto, from Akoko Edo, also added to the strength of APC. And then in Esan West, the people in Esan West, their biggest industry, their biggest pride is the university, which Governor Obaseki almost destroyed. The admission in that university has dropped from over 20,000 to less than 9,000. And of course, with that drop, it means that economic activity in Ekpoma and its environs have dropped. So it was clear that the people in Esan West were very bitter and disillusioned against the PDP government. So they are losing Esan West. Was expected, and we knew that they would lose the place.
Meanwhile, Pastor Saige Ezeyamu said in Edo South Senatorial District, particularly in Oriomo, where he hails from, the APC won 10 out of the 12 wards and said he was not surprised by the outcome of the results in Oriomo due to the caliber of people the APC parades in that local government area. He said in Oedo local government area won by the APC, he said the PDP claiming to have won Oedo local government area is a surprise to him, particularly when the leader of the PDP, Governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has declared himself an alleged enemy to the palace of the Oba of Benin. He said in a local government area, the APC won due to the stellar performance of former governor of the state, Senator Comrade Adams Eriko Shomole, during his tenure, where he brought development closer to the people. While in Ikpoboka local government, where the PDP won, Ezeyamu attributed it to the performance of the deputy governorship candidate of PDP, Barrister Osao Diongi, who he said has been close to the people at the grassroots for long. He, however, expressed shock how PDP won Ovia Northeast and Ovia Southwest local government area, where the APC deputy governorship candidate, Dennis Idahosa, hails from, saying that the result was not a true reflection of the people's wish.
Quite honestly, if you look at the caliber of people, starting from myself, Right Honorable Pius Udubu, Honorable Patrick Asowe, and the likes of people, all the major leaders, the national woman leader of APC, Dr. Mrs. Alile, is from Yoruba ward in Oriomo. So all the major leaders in Oriomo are in APC. In Oredo, for example, you cannot disrespect the Yoruba of Benin and expect that you'll be able to win Oredo. Ego is a place where Oshomole, in his second term election, won all the units in Ego. Why did they win all of them? Because their greatest problem, the problem of flooding, was tackled by him. You know, all the major areas, from Teacher's House to 5 Junction to Bermuda's Place, these were areas that used to be terribly flooded. Tom Line, he was able to handle it. And in appreciation, they voted for him massively. Ikpoboka, they won. And I congratulate my friend, their deputy governorship candidate, Barrister Osao Ogi, you know, who has been around for a long time, unlike their governorship candidate who is not known. He is very well known. And I know that he's been very nice to his people. Now the 2 of yours are places we expected to win, because that is where our deputy governorship candidate comes from. A very popular young man. He's done so much for them. He's done so many projects, you know. And then, of course, Omosebi Igbenedion, who too was in the House of Rep, has come to join. We could have queried that result to say, how can they say we lost the two of you? But it's possible that we took our popularity for granted.
Pastor Sagi Ezeyamu said the election was free, fair, and credible, and commended security personnel and INEC officials for the conduct of the election, and sympathized with the PDP, noting that their loss in the election was a referendum of the performance of Governor Obaseki in the state, and that Edo people have rejected Obaseki from producing a successor. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The leadership of the All Progressive Congress in Ofuegbe Ward 5 of Ovian Northeast Local Government Area of Edo State have commended Honorable Charity Amayewu for the immeasurable role he played in ensuring a landslide victory for the APC in the just concluded Edo governorship election. At a post-election leadership meeting held on 25th September 2024 in Igweru community, had in attendance the entire leadership of APC of Wegbe Ward 5. Some of the leaders, namely Imalele Stephen, the ward chairman, Bakare Idowu, assistant local government secretary, Dr. Imaswen Festus, Alfred Omoigie, Iwigbe Success, who signed the statements, and others hailed Honorable Charity for uncommon loyalty to the party and his winning spirit. Ofuegbe Ward 5 had emerged best performing ward among the 13 wards in Ovian Northeast Local Government Area in the just concluded governorship election, with the All Progressive Congress APC scoring a total of 960 votes to defeat the People Democratic Party PDP that recorded 388 votes and Labour Party with 42 votes, with a net difference between the APC won the ward with 572 votes. At the unit level in the whole of Ovian Northeast Local Government Area of Wegbe Ward 5 also came first, with Igweru Obaiware, the second primary school unit 13, scoring APC 227 votes, PDP 19 votes, and the Labour Party 4 votes. APC won the unit 13 with over 208 votes. Honorable Charity, who is leading by example in grassroots politics, voted in Unit 12 at Igweru Obaiwai II and garnered 99 votes for the APC, whereas the PDP only got 34 votes and the Labour Party won. Amayenwo won his units for APC with over 65 votes. The leaders, including the ward chairman, Dr. Imalele Stephen, said but for Honorable Charity working with other leaders, APC would have lost Ofuegbe Ward. They said Honorable Charity and other leaders stood their grounds and ensured that oppressors could not intimidate and suppress the votes of the APC in Ofuegbe. They congratulated the governor-elect, Senator Monday Okpebulu, and Deputy Governor-elect, Right Honorable Dennis Jahusa, for their victory at the polls. They expressed optimism that a new Edo that will be the envy of other states would rise soon. Meanwhile, the Ward Victory Party, to celebrate the victory of Senator Monday Okpebulu and Ovia's illustrious son, Right Honorable Dennis Jahusa, as Governor and Deputy Governor of Edo State, will hold on the 1st of October 2024. The statement concludes by commending the national and state leadership of the APC for ensuring that Edo people's votes counted, despite initial threats from the Governor of Edo State, Mr. Gordon Obaseki. Indeed, the majority has their say and have their way, as the people's will prevailed. The APC chairman in Ego local government area, Chief Emmanuel Iyase, has joined millions of other Edo people, both at home and in the diaspora, to congratulate the newly elected governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebulu, and Deputy Governor Right Honorable Dennis Jahusa. Chief Emmanuel Iyase said the victory of Senator Monday Okpebulu and Honorable Dennis Jahusa is a victory for democracy and a testament that Edo people believe in their capacity and the mandate of rising a new Edo State that will be better for all. He said the people of Ego local government area have no regret voting for APC massively in the just concluded election, as they are confident that the old time where the people of Ego enjoy the dividends of democracy and rapid infrastructural development under Senator Adams Oshomole administration as governor of Edo State, will certainly be brought back to the people under Senator Monday Okwebulu and Honorable Dennis Idahosa's administration as governor and deputy governor respectively. The Ego APC chairman thanked the supporters and party faithful in Ego local government area who were committed and worked tirelessly to ensure the APC and its candidates' victory at the polls. Following the victory of Senator Monday Okwebulu and his running mates, writes Honorable Dennis Idahosa at the September 21st governorship election, the CEO, Lovely Inn Hotel and Apartments, and comedian Uwugbowen Lovely, aka Youngest Landlord, has extended his heartfelt congratulations to the governor-elect. Expressing his joy in the congratulatory message sent from London, United Kingdom, the stand-up comedian stated that Senator Monday Okwebulu's victory at the polls is a testament of his tireless efforts and contributions to Edo State and the trust that the people have vested in him. He expressed his confidence in the governor-elect's leadership ability, by virtue of which will pave way for unity, peace, and progress in the state. Lovely Uwugbowen, aka comedian Youngest Landlord, added that he had thrown his weight behind Senator Okwebulu long time ago, particularly when he hosted comedic events in his honor at his Lovely Inn Hotel and Apartments in Benin City. Youngest Landlord said to celebrate the victory of the senator, he would be organizing a free concert in London on the 29th of September 2024 in honor of Senator Okwebulu's victory. Uwugbowen Lovely urged the governor-elect to continue to prioritize the needs of Edo people and wished Senator Monday Okwebulu and his deputy, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, success as they assume office on November 12th, 2024. Now to Imo State, where the State Independent Electoral Commission has issued certificates of return to the 27 elected local government chairmen across the state. Chairman of the Commission, Charles Ejogu, says the event is in line with the Electoral Act. BeeTv News senior reporter, Best Orator, completes the report.
This is the Imo State Independent Electoral Commission, ICEC, in Owerri, capital of the state. The commission's office is filled to the brim as politicians and well-wishers came in their numbers to witness the collection of certificates of return by the elected 27 local government chairmen across the state.
The commission will formally hand over certificates of return to the council chairman. And what has just happened in Imo State is a concrete demonstration of the will and determination of the people.
Some of the elected chairmen expressed joy that they were elected and promised to deliver on their campaign promises.
More work, more responsibility, more commitment, and most importantly, to prove and justify the confidence to be.
Political analysts say the occasion is in line with the relevant provisions of the law. Recall that last week Saturday's election witnessed the ruling All Progressives Congress APC sweeping the local government areas election by winning the 27 local government areas of the state. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The Nigerian Senate has confirmed Justice Kudirat Kekereekun as the substantive Chief Justice of Nigeria. She is the 23rd person to hold this esteemed position and the second female to do so. Justice Kekereekun's confirmation followed a request from President Bola Tinubu, who nominated her for the role. BeeTv News Best Orator has the details.
The plenary led by President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, suspended its rules to allow Justice Kudirat Kekereekun to answer questions during the confirmation hearing. During the screening process, lawmakers questioned her on various judicial matters. Kudirat Kekereekun emphasized the importance of maintaining judicial integrity and adhering to ethical standards. She argued that there should be limits on cases reaching the Supreme Court, particularly regarding pre-election matters, stressing that such cases should conclude at the Court of Appeal, while highlighting the need for timely handling of petitions by the National Judicial Council Appeal, Justice Kudirat Kekere Ekun, also called for measures to insulate the judiciary from external influences.
I am of the view that many matters should terminate at the Court of Appeal, especially interlocutory appeals. There's also a situation where pre-election matters come all the way to the Supreme Court, whereas in national and state assembly elections, the substantive elections terminate at the Court of Appeal.
After nearly 3 hours of questioning, the Senate voted in favor of her. Before this appointment, Justice Kudirat Kekere Ekun has been acting as CJN since August 23, following Justice Kayode Ariwola's retirement. She has served as a Supreme Court Justice since 2013 and is recognized for her significant contributions to Nigeria's judiciary. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Now, motorists in Benin City have raised concerns over the incessant theft of road manhole covers in Benin City, saying vehicles and pedestrians have fallen into the open manholes countless times. BeeTv News' Osaroge Agwebo reports that the manhole cover theft seems to be a continuous and deliberate move, as virtually major roads in manholes in Benin City are uncovered. The report.
Stealing of manhole cover has continued to thrive in the city of Benin unabated. As BeeTv News crew drive around major roads in the city metropolis, shows that covers of manhole have been pulled and taken away by some thieves, now leaving the manholes open, which constitute a serious hazard to road users, motorists and pedestrians. Speaking to the news crew, some motorists said the open manholes are dangerous to pedestrians and drivers, especially those drivers who are not frequently plying those routes where these manholes are opened, noting that pedestrians have numerous times fallen into the manhole, especially at night. They said the manhole cover are allegedly stolen at night by suspected scrap metal collectors, popularly known as scavengers, and appeal to the government to reinstall the manhole covers to avert further unforeseen danger.
You know, say if bus they pass on all those in the night, if people they walk out, they know say that this is there. So they feel pull leg. They pull leg. Even people phone don't already fall for all those manhole before. So for us to come they carry the phone come outside now risks. So in the next self, as they don't cover that thing, people feel fall inside. Even many people know they don't even fall inside. So if they go pick up put another one, but with the year say now, if all those condemn you in the net, all those area boys, if you come carry on, now be the thing. So
we are used to the road. Each time we are close to the mouth, we know how to manipulate from the mouth so that we will not punch our tire. That's what we normally do. But it's very, very difficult for us to fall in that hole because we are already used to the system in the area. Except people that is not familiar with the road, maybe they are coming, they normally fall inside. We normally tell them, hey, you want to fall on the mouth before we start diverging from the hole. That's for that.
They should at least look for something to, whether to wet it or to tie it down so that they will not remove it again. That is it. And it's very risky, to tell the truth. Many people have fallen into the hole, so it's very bad. So government should try at least do something to tie it so that somebody cannot remove it again.
The way you don't know, they're conscious of, for me, they drive, they come now. You are not used to this road. And that is on that road, and you are not used to it. It can make you to have an accident. Then maybe somebody who is new to this place, without knowing that something in that nation is in that place, he can sustain an injury. By so doing, it will bring bad name to the government.
However, the Commissioner for Road and Bridges, Ethan Uzamiri, who could not be reached physically but spoke on the phone, told the news crew that the government have taken steps to ensure a holistic monitoring of public infrastructure, including manholes, stating that the government have deployed security agencies saddled with the responsibility to monitor and curb the trend of manholes cover theft. The commissioner said the manholes around the city will be covered as soon as possible and issued a warning to those who engage in stealing of the road manhole covers to desist from doing so. Osaroge Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
Osun State's Commandant of the Amotekun Corps, Isaac Omoyele, has paraded 8 suspected criminals for different offences, including a 37-year-old, Afiz Olaniyo, who specializes in killing commercial motorcyclists in Oshogbo. BeeTv News Gifts Uwagboy completes the report.
The suspects were arrested in different parts of Osun State. Among them is Afiz Olaniyo, who specializes in hiring motorcycle riders to underdeveloped sites where they are killed and their motorcycles collected and sold. He was also alleged to be selling corpses of victims to an affair in Kwara State for 250,000 naira each.
The suspects confessed to the killing of scores of Okada commercial motorcycle riders by hiring them to undeveloped sites under the pretense that he worked in the site. He confessed that after the killing of his victim, he used to sell the corpses or remains to an affair in Kwara State. He mentioned that he has killed more than 15 motorcyclists.
A 30-year-old Rebecca Akko was also paraded for using fake naira notes to buy goods from innocent persons.
During interrogation, confessed to have been dodging in the business for a long time. She confessed to have been buying the fake currency from one Mrs. Elizabeth, who used to send it through dispatch from Abuja. He said he used to pay 50,000 naira to buy 200,000 notes.
All the suspects confessed to the crime. Other suspects include Laizi Kazim, who specializes in stealing electricity cables, a 50-year-old Bankole Adeyemi, who specializes in stealing and kidnapping, among others. Isaac Omoyele tasked members of the public to always be security conscious and provide necessary information to security operatives. He promised to hand over all the suspects to the police for proper investigations and prosecutions. Gifts Uwagwe reporting for BeeTv News.
The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission says it has tracked more than 3,485 projects valued at over 433 billion naira between 2019 and 2023. The commission mentioned that it has forced over 500 contractors to return to site to complete abandoned or shortly executed projects. The report.
Constituency Project is a noble initiative to facilitate good governance and bring government closer to the people. Over the years, many of the projects at the constituency level have been abandoned, while those completed barely stand a test of time because of low-quality materials. The role of the private sector in the implementation of constituency projects in Nigeria is on the front burner, as anti-graft agencies and lawmakers share thoughts on making the process work. The Commission has tracked over 3,485 projects, out of which it forced more than 500 contractors to site.
Participation in constituency projects implementation is integral to the execution of such projects.
ICPC says it will soon begin to beam a searchlight on the local governments in line with the recent Supreme Court judgments granting them financial autonomy. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, believes transparency and accountability are key in the execution of constituency projects.
That block of classrooms was clearly abandoned, and what we in the EFCC go after is to know why. Who was responsible for the abandonment? Why was it abandoned?
For the lawmakers, the constituents should be enlightened on the role the parliamentarians play in the chain.
Everyone has finished their procurement process or rounding up their procurement process. And then in the next 3 months, you want all of us to finish an annual budget. I think ICPC and EFCC will have to help us stop pursuing politicians. We are not the guilty ones.
The organizer speaks to the essence of the thought-provoking session.
I thought to hold this forum, this dialogue, to bring, private sector players, be they contractors, business management organizations like the Nigeria Institute of Surveyors that you have in the room, the Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyors and all of that. Bring them into the room and let them also begin to be part of the conversation. How do we reform the constituency projects regime to ensure that there is accountability across board?
Going forward, The outcome of the policy dialogue session is expected to shape the process of generating, awarding, and executing contracts identified as constituency projects. Oluwatoyin Oyedola reporting for BeeTv News.
Enugu State government is partnering with a group of Nigerians in the diaspora to build an over $300 million state-of-the-art medical city in the state. The medical city, according to the Enugu State Governor Peter Mba, would make the state the hub of medical tourism in Africa. BeeTv News' Joyce Iyere completes the report.
Part of its pledge to reposition Enugu State and make it a global destination for investment, Governor Peter Mba, during his tour to China, visited Guangzhou province, where he interfaces with Nigerians in the diaspora to get their buy-in on the new Enugu Smart City project, which has since kicked off with construction by a Chinese firm. During a roadshow in Guangzhou to attract Nigerians in diaspora, many Enugu indigenes came out in their numbers to welcome the governor.
For making out time from his busy schedule to enthron with his sons and daughters and other Nigerians in China. When you are talking about investments, security is priority. Enugu State remains the safest state in the southeast, is a known fact. I don't know how His Excellency was able to perform that magic. He's the only one in the position to explain that. But I know it doesn't come on a platter of gold. The governor's dream of making Enugu a business and industrial hub is a long-term dream of our association over the years.
Addressing journalists, Governor Mba commended the high interest shown in the Smart City initiative, pointing out that his government is working with Chinese companies to deliver on the iconic Smart City project.
The new Enugu Smart City is essentially a city that is fully serviced and is going to be a plug and play for those coming to live there. We're partnering with the world's best. We're working with CCCC, China's best engineering and construction company. We're also working with a lot of other consulting firms from the United Kingdom, ESG. We also have some marketing consultants that we're working with. Our hope is that in the next 12 to 18 months, most of the services would have been provided. We're going to have a dedicated independent power plant. We're going to have a meticulously planned water supply system. We're also looking at providing a high-speed internet connectivity in the area with a gas pipeline. So all the facilities you need in order for you to live there in terms of utilities are all going to be provided. We expect that you're just going to move in there, build your house, and continue to live. You don't need to worry about water, electricity, how your sewage gets evacuated, because we're going to have a central sewage system. So all the services are going to be provided.
For the managing director of CCCC Nigeria, which is handling the project, Governor Mba's vision is building a new Enugu City is one project that his company is delighted about.
We have a confidence that to develop the Igbo land. We have a confidence to bring our technology to Enugu State. And we believe that with our cooperation, we can change Enugu State, and we can change that area, and we can bring a prosperous life to the people.
Governor Mba, since his assumption of office last year, has been working hard to deliver on his campaign promises, especially the Smart City project, among others. Joyce Iyere reporting for BeeTv News.
The Borno State government over the past week have continued to receive more support from government politicians and philanthropists over the flood incident that has destroyed about 50% of the state capital. The latest is from the Adamawa State governorship candidates of the All Progressive Congress in the last general election, Senator Aisha Binani. She was in the state to commiserate with the government and people over the incident and announce a donation of 50 million naira to support the victims.
Your Excellency,
What happened is beyond commentary. We can only say and pray Almighty Allah that such calamity never befall every one of us again, wherever we are.
On behalf of the government and people of the Muslims, I want to most sincerely convey my appreciation to you and the other members of the delegation. We are commiserating with us over the lesson of disaster that has disrupted such a problem activities.
Ewa Road junction by Upper Mission is in a sorry state as persistent flood has continued to damage a section of the road. BeeTv News' Freeman Osawe reports that motorists and commuters expressed the difficulties they faced during this rainfall in getting to their destinations and made a passionate appeal for prompt repairs on the road. The report.
Ewa Road is a key road along Upper Mission in Benin City. However, it's in a sorry state as motorists struggle to go through the bad section of the road, which has been ravaged by flood. Speaking with BeeTv News, motorists and commuters said the road has been in this sorry state for a long time, saying though palliative work was carried out some time ago, but it's all washed off at the instance of the rain. They said the drains are blocked and needs a deseating, as that is the cause of flooding on the road.
The road is very bad. They should do the road for us. You can see that if you maybe you made a mistake from here, now you can easily bust your bottom plate or your car will get spoiled at the moment. That's just it. You should come and do this place for us.
Okay. The road no good. Okay. The gutter don't full. Now they bring all these gutter don't full. Now they bring all this water. If rain fall now, water go they come here. Water go from all these open places. They come up. They full here.
Others, however, said whenever it rains, it is a no-go area for motorists because of the flooding, saying that a lot of vehicles have been damaged on the spot. Meanwhile, a volunteer who was seen at a section of the road trying to deseat the drains told BeeTv News that he decided to embark on the clear-up of drains to reduce the flooding on the road.
If you look this road for a long time, Obaseki don't do this road 2 times. The road not get see this gutter. If you look this gutter now, it don't full. The particular thing, and if they want to do this road now, if they chew this gutter, water for the part because every day by day they do this road. If you look and see my room by there, they park the store. I don't park store for this road, don't tire. If you look, if you ever come on Sunday, you go see this road all full. The particular thing, waiting government don't need to do for this, so make the water they chew past gutter. Because if you look this water now, dead body water here and fish water, now they this road, now everything water.
There was a time they came and walked on this side. I was surprised that they abandoned this side. I was expecting that the time they did this one, they would do the other one also. But to my own greatest surprise, after finishing the one, they abandoned that one. And with this one, it will affect this one also. So I am asking for the authority to come and do something on it.
The locals do not know how long they will wait on government to fix the road. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
The price of rice has continued to be on the rise as some rice dealers in Benin City have decried the incessant increase in the price of rice in recent times. BeeTv News' Osaroge Agwebo, who visited some marketplaces in Benin City, has details.
Rice is one of the major staple food consumed in Nigeria and across the globe. Survey revealed that the prices of rice have skyrocketed in recent times. Speaking to BeeTv News, a rice dealer, Mrs. Aro Ojo, revealed that a bag of local rice that was sold for 85,000 now sells for 90 to 93,000 naira, while a bag of foreign rice that was sold for 90 to 95,000 now sells for 115 to 120,000 naira. Another rice dealer, Mrs. Wani Undubisi, said a cup of local rice that was sold months ago for 200 naira now sells for 500 naira.
They go up every day. You know, even us they buy, I know let us buy. No be wait to buy yesterday, go buy tomorrow. You just they add money. And not be saying as more money they had. Cup now, even all those local rice, 500, some now 1,000.
Price of local now 90,000, 95, 92, 93.
They are selling Nigeria foreign, they call Nigeria foreign rice now, but now local rice. Now rice where they produce for Nigeria here. So things too dear. The other one, foreign one, it's about 120 now, 150 for foreign rice. We don't even see them because if you buy, custom hold you for road, then we see them from you. Go just go like that. You don't get person where you go ask. You don't get who you go home.
Although the traders could not possibly reveal the reason behind the incessant increase in the price of rice, but assume it's the rise in the cost of petrol and increase in transportation. They passionately appeal to the government to lower the cost of petrol.
Then say na fuel, but no be fuel. Always they cost before. No be say na fuel they cost her. Some say na fuel, but me no believe say na fuel. The whole things they add money just surprise us.
What you make an idea say Oyibo idea where? If I wish Oyibo less than now this Nigeria and then they feel say workers when they go employ, then go pay, and moreover, what did they go feed take buy as they say costly. Who selling? Oh, cost it throw away. You go feed buy another thing. You go carry your own for fun and maybe you sell them 5,000 just to make you sell them. And what you want to go buy, it pass 20,000. You go feel sell and throw away. So as you carry your own for fun, you go still increase them so that you go reach you still use. Now be problem where we get now.
It is hope of these traders that the price of rice will drop before the festive season. Osaroge Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
President Bola Tinubu has indicated his intention to reshuffle his cabinet. Special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, confirmed this to State House correspondents at the presidential villa, Abuja. Our senior reporter, Best Orita, has the details.
Special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, noted that contrary to insinuations in some quarters, the current government has recorded significant achievements in its quest to transform the economy, of which members of the public are unaware. Onanuga noted that President Bola Tinubu has ordered his ministers to ensure they engage the public by publicizing what the government is doing in their various ministries.
As a cabinet reshuffle, let me tell you, I don't have any timeline. The president has expressed his desire to reshuffle his cabinet, and he will do it. I don't know whether he wants to do it before October 1, but he will surely do it. The president actually gave an order to all his ministers to go out there to speak about the activities of his government.
Explaining further the reason for Tinubu's decision, the senior special assistant to the president on digital strategy engagement and communication, Otega Ogra, said it is based on empirical evidence. Ogra noted that during the retreat that was organized for the ministers shortly after the inauguration in August 2023, Tinubu made it clear that there will be periodic reviews of their performance which will guide the president's decision.
We also need to realize that the president's decision to reshuffle is also based on empirical evidence. You know, he has said it when he was doing the retreat for the ministers that it was going to, they were going to have periodic reviews, and the decisions that are extracted from those reviews will be used to make that final decision. I know he's gotten a couple of reports, and as Mr. Onanuga said, when he's ready to do that, I believe he will.
It could be recalled that the cabinet was constituted in August of last year. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Now let's shift gears to the world of business. Over now to our correspondent, Itoa Agawa.
According to the CBN, the move will help operators meet retail market demand for eligible invisible transactions. This as the Afreximbank Bank warned BDCs not to sell to Nigerians as a margin of no more than 1% above 1,590 naira per dollar purchase rate. All BDCs are allowed to sell to eligible end users at a margin of no more than 1% above the purchase rate from CBN. Eligible BDCs interested in this transaction are directed to make the naira payment to the CBN deposit account numbers. Also, payment confirmation or necessary documentation for disbursement are to be submitted at the appropriate CBN branches, Abuja, Oka, Kanu, and Lagos, for collection of $20,000. Please be guided accordingly, the statement concluded. The latest first intervention of the central banks comes after the Nigerian naira dropped significantly on Wednesday to 1,667.42 naira and 1,705 naira per dollar. At the official and parallel foreign exchange market, this is the seventh intervention by the CBN in the forex market in recent times. The Nigerian Exchange Limited continues its bullish run as investors ranked in the 241 billion naira gain on Wednesday. This comes as NGX market capitalization, which opened at 56.641 trillion naira, closed at 56.882 trillion naira. The all-share index also gained at 0.42% to settle at 98,987.42 points on Wednesday against 98,568.59 points reported on Tuesday. Consequently, the year-to-date return increased by 32.38%. Market breadth closed positive, with 31 gainers and 24 losers on the floor of exchange. At the end of trading on Tuesday, equity investors also gained 104 billion naira, occasioned by the rise in prices of infrastructure debt fund, First Bank of Nigeria Holding, Ella Lakes, and others. The federal government has approved the increment of corps member monthly allowance from 33,000 naira to 77,000 naira effective from July 2024. This development marks a significant boost in the financial package offered to graduates participating in National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) scheme. The increment was announced on Wednesday through a statement posted by the NYSC on its official Facebook page. This was contained in a letter from the National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission dated 25th September 2024 and signed by the chairman, Mr. Ekbo Natar. The Director General of the NYSC, Brigadier General YD Ahmed, and earlier visited the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission to advocate for improved welfare for corps members. His efforts were praised as instrumental in achieving this outcome. Ahmed expressed gratitude to the federal government, stating that the increments will provide much needed relief and boost more trade among corps members, enhancing their commitment during their national service. It's Agawa reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the global scene, let's join our global news correspondent, Rebecca Gaffey.
Hurricane Helene, currently a Category 1 storm, is rapidly intensifying as it moves towards the U.S. Gulf Coast. It is expected to strengthen into a dangerous Category 4 hurricane before hitting Florida on Thursday evening. Forecast warns of catastrophic and life-threatening impacts. Governors in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia have declared states of emergency. Meanwhile, U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson has called for Ukraine to fire his ambassador to Washington, accusing President Zelensky of favoring Democrats using his recent visit to an arms factory in Pennsylvania, President Joe Biden's home state. Johnson claimed the visit amounted to election interference. A dispute threatens to overshadow Zelensky's meeting with Biden, where the Ukrainian president will present his plan for victory in the war with Russia. On Thursday, Biden announced a new $7.9 billion military aid package for Ukraine, including Patriot missiles and long-range munitions. FBI agents searched New York City Mayor Eric Adams' resident Gracie Marchant following his indictment on federal charges. The exact charges will be revealed soon, but the investigation focuses on allegations that his campaign received illegal foreign donations, particularly from Turkey. Adams, elected nearly 3 years ago with a focus on reducing crime, has denied any wrongdoing and promised to fight the charges while staying in office. The investigation is part of broader federal corruption probes involving top city officials. And lastly, Sudan's army launched a major offensive against the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces (RSF) on Thursday, targeting areas in Khartoum and Bari. The conflict between the army and RSF has been ongoing since April 2023, creating a severe humanitarian crisis with up to 150,000 killed and over 10 million displaced. This offensive marks the army's first significant attempt to reclaim lands in months. The UN is urging immediate action to protect civilians as the fighting has heavily impacted populated areas. Both sides have been accused of bombing civilian zones. And that's it on the Global News segment for tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I am Rebecca Goffey.
And on entertainment, the federal government has directed a comprehensive investigation into the allegations of bribery and corruption within the Nigerian Correctional Service. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, gave the order in a statement issued on Wednesday by his media aide, Babatunde Alao. BeeTv News Gift Uwagboy has details of this and more from the world of entertainment.
This development followed reports that a cross-dresser, Idris Okuneye, aka Bobrisky, who was sentenced to prison earlier this year, did not serve his jail term inside the correctional center. In a viral audio leaked by popular social critic Martin Otse, known as Very Dark Man or VDM, Bobrisky's alleged voice was heard telling a friend that he spent his jail term in an apartment near the correctional facility. According to the leaked video, upon his sentencing, an undisclosed godfather called a top senior officer in the prison service who allegedly rented an apartment for the cross-dresser. Reacting, the minister said that any form of indiscipline, unprofessionalism and corruption in the service will attract severe consequences. The minister has directed a special investigative team headed by the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Interior, Dr. Magdalene Ajani, to probe the allegation and submit a comprehensive report. The first artist to hold the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 and reaching 1 billion views on YouTube, Akon, who has been noticeably silent the last few years, is back with a new single called Akon's Beautiful Day. It's due out October 4th via Convict Culture Records. The release of the single coincides with the 20th anniversary of his debut album, Trouble, which launched him into superstardom with hits like Locked Up. And the song's message resonates with his mission to inspire millions through his work in Africa, where he is working on access to energy with Akon Power and Lighting Africa. The track also features a viral hook sung by 10-year-old Jamaican student Jamin Edwards, whose heartwarming performance at school captivated audiences around the globe. Lastly, on entertainment, award-winning Nigerian rapper Reminiscence is set to release a new EP titled Susi Generis on Friday, September 27, 2024. This marks his 7th project in a career that has spanned nearly 2 decades, during which he has established himself as one of Nigeria's most iconic indigenous rappers. The EP will feature 7 tracks with guest appearances from notable artists such as Vector Die Viper, Bad Boy Teams, Bad Boy OML, Logos, Olori, Easy Scope, and Badangs, fondly known as Alaga Ibile. Reminiscence gained widespread recognition with his hit track Local Rappers featuring Olamide and Fino, which became a defining moment for indigenous hip-hop in Nigeria. His ability to blend street anthems with impactful lyrics continues to resonate with fans who eagerly anticipate the new project. That's it on entertainment news tonight. Gift Uwagbo reporting for BeeTv News.
And that's all we have for you tonight on the news. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. My name is Oluwatoyin.